So today we find ourselves at Rivington, which is just an area above Bolton to our south and Chorley in Lancashire to our west. There's quite a lot of people about today because it appears that nearby is some kind of horse eventing centre and there's actually an event on. So car parking has been somewhat difficult, although we've managed to park here. As you can see, we're just readying ourselves to get going when our Bernard, our leader, appears. Good morning, Bernard. Here we are at Rivington. Do you want to explain our little trip today?
We've arrived eventually.
Yes.
Having to come a different way because of an accident on the motorway.
Yes, yes.
And so we're here in Rivington and we're rather late. It's now 10:30.
Yes.
And we're parked up by the barn here and we're going to walk in this clockwise in this direction here.
Yes.
And then up a lot of contours you can see climbing here to Rivington Pike.
Yes.
And we're hoping that by the time we get there it's clear, because at the moment it's very misty,
Quite
like
misty
it was
today.
like last week.
Yes.
And then we carry on our route here, going south, and then eventually coming to the lower Rivington Reservoir, waterworks for Liverpool.
Yes.
And then all along the lake reservoir. And eventually back to the car park.
Right, thank you, Bernard. I'm sure we'll have a wonderful walk today. Right, as we continue up here, we're coming to Rivington Hall, which is kind of a multi-purpose event centre. Restaurants, catering, dining, weddings, etc. There's a sign for it there, and there's our members walking towards the hall. There's a shot of the hall. Very nice, apparently Georgian building by the look of it. Not too sure of the history, whether it was the original owner was a local textile magnate or not, but never mind. Appears to be extensive entertaining and venue facilities at the back here. Right, I'll take our leave of the hall now. So we start the walk proper now, as you can see. Members toiling up. Here comes our leader with his map. But you can see from the view that quite misty. More of our members coming up. Just pause now. This track looks as if one time it was possibly metal with these stones. Obviously here in Rivington there's a reservoir, and this area from sort of east of Chorley and north of Bolton, there's quite a few reservoirs. Maybe the track was used to procure the stone, etc. Has now fallen into a higgledy-piggledy walking track. And one of the streams just going down.
What nationality? Yeah. Eh? What nationality? Turkey. We both took holiday there too. New German.
As you can see, we're effectively, I said it was a track, we're effectively walking in a stream. Or spring, which now the source is diverging off to the left here.
Gretna Green of England way back in.
So we're continuing up this track. It's quite misty, it's actually quite warm. It just shows you that not too far away from towns in Lancashire, Greater Manchester, you can find conditions like this. Again, it appears that the road was possibly involved in something to do with the construction of the reservoirs originally. I think there's forestry here as well. I'm sure that somewhere along the line you can find a history of the construction of the reservoirs north of Bolton, which I would imagine will make good reading. there's a sign indicating there is forestry here, so possibly the road is used for forestry. As you can see, all we can see is mist.
Oh, definitely.
Right, so further evidence of the dovecot in the wall, and now we had our break and we're walking on. Now here we are. It's a couple of days off Halloween, and this wood is quite scary if you're that way inclined, what with the mist. We're assuming this is a pumping house. There's obviously a diesel engine of some sort, whether that's a generator or it actually works the pump, presumably to do with pumping water. I keep saying assuming because it's all of these reservoirs that surround us. It's very unfortunate here on Rivington Pike because there is no view. It's all mist. You can see the Rivington Tower. Here we are. We stop en route for group photographs, so I'll lead down a special photograph by the building. Just as an aside, a thing that was beloved of Victorians and indeed people thereafter was to carve their name onto these wonderful monuments, rightly or wrongly. I think our leader Bernard carved a few names, a few of his girlfriends into this, but fortunately all the names have been weathered out. Here's some more of the carvings. As we know, graffiti has been popular since the dawn of time. The Romans liked it, and no doubt the Victorians did too. So, as we say, we can't see the view. Going down this footpath, it just looks like we're going into an abyss because of the mist. But on we go. And this lady here has got an advantage. She's got some dogs. Dogs to pull her up. Unfortunately, I'm continuing the mist theme. Look, you can see our members walking away and disappearing into the mist. Hopefully it'll dissipate as we go down. I'm just filming now. Still misty, but down there maybe an idea of the views that we might have had, or a hint of them. You can see the reservoir and civilization, whatever that is, down there at the bottom. Drop below the mist line now and you can see a road made of irregular sets, which just shows you how kind of engineered this area was for various reasons, reservoirs, gentry, etc. I'm pausing here and someone is ruefully commenting that the mist is now clearing. I'm wondering whether we'd like to go back to the top again. I'm afraid the answer was a resounding no. This view is in fact the town of Horwich,
A beautiful building.
Well, when we go
which
back,
once housed a railway factory. It is now famous for the football stadium, which I'm trying to find in the mist. I can't, it's somewhere over there. It used to be called the Reebok Stadium, goes under various names. Right, here we are, walking through. Now I've never done this walk, so I'm presuming we're approaching the reservoir. This Egyptian looking construction must be the way through. We'll let you know. As I said before, this Egyptian looking structure is apparently a folly castle, presumably made by whether it was the local family or what. Somebody with pots of money. So this is the view of the folly. As you can see, no climbing. And we're departing the folly. Apparently this is a folly. It was built as a folly. It was meant to look like a ruin. It was never meant to look finished, which is a very strange concept. As you can see, we're in what was formal parkland which the hoi polloi were allowed to walk around, presumably in Victorian times. Well, this hoi polloi continue with our walk. Unfortunately now it's raining a little bit, so the weather's kind of deteriorated again, and we're dropping down to the Rivington Reservoir. Needless to say, with all the leaves, it's incredibly autumnal. Quite beautiful trees, probably planted when the reservoir was built. That one there's even sort of dipping down into the reservoir. We're stood by the one of the banks of the reservoir, and you can see the colour there. It's green algae. It's almost like green paint. Fun runners coming up here. We've been in the middle of a... Goodness gracious. Now here we are, after coming through the parkland. We're back to Rivington Barn and the place where they have the entertainment. Where we came through on the way, it's raining now, so the weather's actually got worse. It's not just low cloud, it's properly rain. It was supposed to be 5% chance of rain today, but clearly we've got the 5%. I'll just do this sign. You can see the West Pennine Moors based around all the areas here.
Yeah.
Just zoom in on that area we've been on, sort of round Rivington and Horwich.